Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to my reading journey. Hope you're all absolutely fantastic, and today, as usual, we're going to continue with Aristotle's Nicomachean Ethics. It's going to be the 12th chapter of the third book, so let's get started. Intemperance. Intemperance is more like a voluntary condition than cowardice, for it is caused by pleasure, which is choice-worthy, whereas cowardice is caused by pain, which is to be avoided. Moreover, pain disturbs and ruins the nature of the sufferer, while pleasure does nothing of the sort. Intemperance, then, is more voluntary. That is why it is also more open to reproach, for it is also easier to acquire the habit of facing pleasant things, since our life includes many of them, and we can acquire the habit with no danger, but with frightening things, the reverse is true. However, cowardice seems to be more voluntary than particular cowardly actions, for cowardice itself involves no pain, but the particular actions disturb us because of the pain that causes them. So the people actually throw away their weapons and do all the other disgraceful actions. That is why these actions even seem to be forced and hence involuntary. For the intemperate person, the reverse is true. The particular actions are the result of his appetite and desire, and so they are voluntary. But the whole condition is less voluntary than the actions, since no one has an appetite to be intemperate. We also apply the name of intemperance to the errors of children, since they have some similarity, which gets its name from which does not matter for our present purposes, but clearly the posterior is called after the prior. The name would seem to be quite appropriately transferred, for the things that need to be tempered are those that desire shameful things and tend to grow large. Appetites and children are most like this. For children also live by appetite, and desire for the pleasant is found more in them than in anyone else. If then the child or the appetitive part is not obedient and subordinate to its rulers, it will go far astray. For when someone lacks understanding, his desire for the pleasant is insatiable and seeks indiscriminate satisfaction. The repeated active exercise of appetite increases the appetite he already had from birth, and if the appetites are large and intense, they actually expel rational calculation. That is why appetites must be moderate and few, and never contrary to reason. This is the condition we call obedient and temperate. And just as the child's life must follow the instructions of his guide, so too the appetitive part must follow reason. Hence, the temperate person's appetitive part must agree with reason. For both his appetitive part and his reason aim at the fine, and the intemperate person's appetites are for the right things, in the right ways, at the right times, which is just what reason also prescribes. So much then for temperance. Alright, guys, so we've done with this book, and we're going to continue on the fourth one. So thank you for joining me today in this reading session. Hope you enjoyed the journey. See you tomorrow. Bye.